Hi everybody, I am a gamer mom, and today we are back with Amnesia. So, I need to remember what I did in the last video. What was I? Oh, I need to find something to do with the meat. I don't know why I have meat.
How are things coming? Via was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the Israel, he was able to unshackle the heart. You and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Huh. Well, that's interesting at all. But do you have any tips for what I can actually do?
Me, powerful. Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
I should stop running into spikes. That would be helpful. Fear had begun to... Okay, so we've read that one. My gosh. So I got that machine working. Does that open those doors in this area? Got myself some Mountain Dew. Sometimes I need different caffeine. Okay, so it was in here where he was. I'm gonna light that up a little bit. Cannot be opened from here. Where do I need to go to open it then? Oh, will you shut up?
But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here.
Ugh. I need... Ugh. Ah. Lantern is now fully refilled. Nice. Okay, now can I get... Now can I get those doors open, please?
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Excuse me? Agrippa? I'm back.
How are things coming? You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
We're not left. I don't know what that just did, but okay. The transept. This is one of the places he told me to look for the orb pieces. Oh no. Memory!
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one, prepare him.
Hi, mouse. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. No. Oh, a piece of the orb. Why do I have the feeling I'm gonna have to run from the shadow soon? Hi, mouse. Memory!
Let me go, you brute! The cradle is ready.
Good.
Cradle?
Man, how can you partake in this? Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen? That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Please, anything. Whatever you want. Anything. I'll do anything. I'm innocent.
The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Okay, so, what? Oh. My character did some of this shit. Piece of the orb. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The man stepped back and waited for the victim to drain.
The shadow. It's close now.
Ugh. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I've become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There's little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all had a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creatures can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care had been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. When applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subside, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Amnesia drink. I am progressing. Why isn't he feeling any better?
No, don't kill her.
Okay. Is there more in here I'm missing? I don't think so. The thick liquid. Okay, we read that. Um. And piece of the orb. Piece of the orb. Okay.
Good to see you. You're a good boy, Tyler. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Yeah. Take this first. Agrippa channel. Wire. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first, so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wyatt told me to feed him a tonic. Oh, wait, no. Feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tampter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The quia seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next session. Tampter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Karnk. I will have to address Waya, but this is he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spews their politics at each other, while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take the fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Well. Choir. Something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've read that one as well. Okay, I don't need this. It's very well lit. Go slow. Okay.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything.
Oh no.
Cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see.
Oh my god.
I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes. Get her back.
After the men had secured the prisoner, the ritual begins. Oh. Descending further. I don't want to.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. Memory.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Uh... Um... Ew. Annoying. Go away. I almost feel the urge to like brush at my screen. It's no. Bad. Okay. What's next? Do I need to try to get into the center? Right now I'm just kind of like going around the edges. Oh! Dang, damn it. No. Should be possible to break open. I've got the poison gland. What else did I need? One note speaks of a mixture made with 3 ingredients. Right, okay. This one. Paralyzer, Vitae, and Tempter. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Oh no, God. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. The screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is very highly uncomfy. Oh. Ah! Iron Maiden. The Forger stood absolutely still. A Forger? You're killing a... The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Laudanum. Yes, please. Come on, go. There's something red over here. Is that a piece of the orb? Piece of the orb. This is so highly uncomfy. Is there anything back? Yes. Good Lord. Choir. Okay. Whew. This is tense. This is really tense. I am going to leave this one here. We'll figure out what we're doing in the choir in the next video. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. I am so loving this game. And if you like it, leave a like down below. Alright, if you have anything to say, go ahead and leave me a comment. And like always, don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.